Here they come through turn number 4 to the green flag, and we're underway. The charge into turn number 1 goes to Big Mike. Mike Manutolo at the head of the class, and look at Mark. It's going to be father versus son at the front of the field, maybe, as they head down the backstretch, as they come around off 4 at the end of lap number 1. And look at this. It's son racing dad, and they trade a little paint down the front stretch as they got together going down into turn number 1. Dad stays on the bottom. Son works the top lane through turn number 2, and now Mike drifts up the racetrack, throws a block on his own son as they head down the backstretch. That left the inside door open for Brad Steinruck in the 0-2. And Mike getting sideways off the corner, drops back to third as Smith gets ahead of him. Here comes Mark working on the inside lane on Mike going into turn number 3. Side-by-side race there for the third spot as Steinruck continues to hold Smith at bay. Off turn number 4, looks like Mark may be able to jet his way up into the third position as Drape tries to close in with the number 23. Mark is up into that third spot here, just shy of the halfway point. And now here comes Mark Manutolo. He's going to go topside off turn 4, and he makes a nice power move on the Smith number 1 car that puts him up into the second position. And we've got a race for the lead coming through turns 3 and 4. Mark Manutolo carries on the outside. Steinruck on the bottom as they come down off turn number 4, and Mark makes the move on the outside. It takes the lead here on lap number 7. In trouble here on the front stretch. Bush and Mike Manutolo together, and Mike gets turned around here at the end of the front chute. That will bring out a caution. We're ready for the checkers as they come down through turns 3 and 4, and it looks like Mark Manutolo is going to visit a spot that he's become familiar with here at Canandaigua Motorsports Park, that being Victory Lane, as he wins the Klein Steel Retail Pure Stock feature over Steinruck, Smith, and Drave, and it looks like Lavera will come through for the number 5 spot. It's starting to become a habit for you, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad my dad ran into me, got me a little pissed off, and I started driving harder.
I was going to ask you about that. I mean, you two are definitely not afraid to mix it up.
I was close to spinning them out, but I might not have a job or a place to work on my car.
Here they come off turn 4. Green flag waves for the Community Car Care Waterloo New Legend Sportsman. And your early leader is going to be Brandon Rauscher in the 48B. They're going to race side by side now for that runner-up position going into turn number 3. Then you've got the 74 DeMaile, the 44 Conant, the 0 of Barnes, the 00 of Post. It's a whole gaggle mixing it up. And look at Conant, nice move to the inside of turn 4. Gets by DeMaile and clears Northrop as well. That's going to put him up into the third spot here at the end of lap number 2. Top 3 kind of pulling away to settle this one amongst themselves as they buzz through turn 2 and down the backstretch as the young Rauscher going up against Barnes. Barnes has some street stock experience on his racing resume, but is a newcomer to the open wheel division here. Now he's going to go upstairs in turn number 1. Up trouble for John Ellsworth. The Deacon of Dirt has gotten his car around in turn 4. Barnes trying to push it down on the outside. Here comes Conant, but they're not going to catch Brandon. He's going to be your feature winner. Barnes right there for second. Conant grabs third. Meyer finishes 4th. DeMaile rounds out your top 5. Yeah, and you kept your composure there with a couple to go. I know the guys behind you were starting to throw kitchen sinks at you, trying to get by you.
Oh, I know that 0 was going to be right on me and trying everything to get by me, but luckily that yellow came out when I messed up on that restart.
Who do you want to thank tonight, Brandon?
I want to thank my family, my mom, Dad, Stu Shepard for setting the car up, DC Rauscher, Seneca Auto, just everybody that's helped me.
All right, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
They're on the gas off 4. Here we go. They blast down through turn number 2 for the first time at full song. Ron Cartwright with the early lead. Courier moves into second. Payne is third as everybody sorts out going into turn 3. Britton makes a nice move to the inside, making it 3 wide now going into turn number 3. We'll follow that 3 wide battle as they come down off turn number 4. Still 3 wide, and Britton scoots ahead of that pack. That's going to put Britton up into about the 9th or 10th spot on the racetrack. Up through turns 1 and 2. Shepard, Danny, and Payne, a 3-way battle for position in mid-pack. And now we've got action for the number 3 spot. Here comes your dash winner, Charlie Dog, as Dog creeps to the inside of Eldon Payne's number 28. Cross flags, we are halfway home. Clean and green so far in tonight's Dirt Modified feature. And there goes Billy Dunn. He just made the move on Charlie Dog down the front stretch for second. using that outside lane. He's got to know that Shepard is coming because Shepard has just powered the outside lane to get around Robbie Bellinger. So Shepard is up to fourth. Dunn already on the hammer, and look at Shepard. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead coming off turn 4, and Dunn grabs the top spot. It's dead even as they come across the line. Back into one with 15 laps left to go. Shepard forges ahead coming off the corner. Dunn working that outside lane, trying to stay with Superman, but Shepard's got the lead coming off turn 4. Shepard brings it down through turns 3 and 4, and once again, Superman stands tall at the Land of Legends as Matt Shepard wins tonight's dirt modified feature over Billy Dunn. A great night for Tim Courier. He finishes third. Charlie Dog fourth. Ayers takes fifth. Sixth spot will go to Batman Peter Britton. Seventh to Bellinger. Steve Payne eighth. Pozzi Outlaw ninth. And Vince Vitale rounds out your top 10 finishers. I tell you what, it looked like a battle royal back where you were in the first 10 laps. I saw some pretty crazy stuff happening back there.
I'm telling you, it was really jammed up. It's been a long time since I've seen that many laps in a row here where it was just 2 by 2 by 2, and you know, nobody was really going anywhere. Everybody was racing hard. It was a pretty big hornet's nest back there.
And that restart, it's a case of putting the car in the right place at the right time, and it looked like the cards fell the right way for you.
Yeah, you know, Billy was good on the top, and I was kind of running the top, and it worked out good that we both restarted on the top because we were able to get a good run there. And, you know, I gave the bottom a shot, and I was able to get by him. You know, the car was great. I could run it anywhere. The track was great tonight. You know, obviously you could see there was at least 3 or 4 different grooves to race on. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Right now, time for some full fender frenzy, Parts Plus stock car style. Try saying that 3 times fast. Green flag off turn number 4 as the Parts Plus stock cars are off and running for their 15-lap feature. Watch this battle at the front of the field. We've got a couple of good cars fighting it out already. It's Fisher in the 37, Peckham in the 90, and look at Peckham launch on the outside lane going down the backstretch. We're coming to halfway this time, 8 in, 7 to go. Your leaders back off 4, and we are still deadlocked at the front of the field between Marsden and Peckham as they blast around turns 1 and 2, and this time it's Marsden who gets a little bit of an advantage. Can he lock down the pass going into turn 3? Fisher and Welch still deadlocked in that fight for third. 1 minute Fisher has the advantage, then Welch gets in front of him a little bit, and then Fisher comes right back, and those two just can't shake each other as they continue to run side by side for the third spot. We'll carry this one home for the checkers as they come around turns 3 and 4. Peckham takes one last shot on the outside, but it's going to be Russ Marsden picking up his 2nd win of the year in the Parts Plus stock cars. Peckham finishes 2nd, Welch 3rd, Fisher 4th, and here's the race for 5th, and Fisk will hold off Whipple for that spot by a car length. And by the way, we were just talking now, you come from Mexico, that's what, about 90 miles?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a tow to come here, but it's worth it when you get to stand here at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice racetrack. Jeremy's done a heck of a job. From last year to this year, this place it's fast. You can run 2, 3 wide. No complaints here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's your Parts Plus stock car winner here tonight, Russ Marsden. They're on the gas off turn 4, and we are green. Through turns 1 and 2, the battle for the race lead goes to Nick Guerreri over the swore-out 38. And Nick Guerreri back up to full song. Oh, little jam fest in the middle of the pack. Is everybody going to make it through turn number 4? No, Shakir does a 360 miracle whip. Daryl Barrett winds up an inside out, and Randy McCulloch spins at the top of turn 4. Guys working the top lane. Tommy Keith's going higher than everybody else off turn number 4 as he battles with Ridley and Adam Hilton. And Swartout is your new leader through turns 1 and 2. Bussing trying to run to the inside. Oh, look at Adam Hilton bouncing off the infield berm there in turn number 2, getting some air under that car as he and Tommy Keys continue that battle for position. As going into turn number 3, Bussey is now trying to open the door on Greg Cool. That's a race for 5th as Justin Wright has gotten ahead of them, and Wright has dropped down to the bottom lane of the racetrack now, coming off turn number 4. Then you've got Cool, Gray, nice duck under by Steve Gray here through turns 3 and 4 as he barrels his way to the inside to get by the Cool number 22. Ridley tucked right in behind him as they head down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. They'll work their way off the corner, and Carl Comfort's going to try the outside. It's a last-ditch effort, but he's not going to catch the fat man, Rich Swartout, who gets the win. Comfort finishes 2nd ahead of Wright, and Gray gets Bussey on the last corner of the last lap for 4th. as the R&B man rounds out your top 5 finishers.
Boy, finally made it. On the hottest night of the year, too. Jeez, I'm too fat for this.
I tell you what, you were just hooked on the bottom of the racetrack, and it looked like a couple of guys working on the top, but you didn't even want to venture up there.
No, I didn't dare. You know, we bent the rear clip last weekend, and I told my parent, you know, my dad that we just ride it right on the bottom and just run around there. It's the only time we're going to get a bite. So.
To get you there, Monroe Wheelchair.